The Philippines has been hit by some of the strongest natural and man-made calamities, which displace thousands of people. Now, the problem is some of the evacuation centers are not equipped with basic needs, especially the right kind of food. To tell us about nutrition in times of calamity, we have in the studio Ms. Czarina Martinez, who is a science research specialist from the DOST's Food and Nutrition Research Institute, or FNRI. Good morning, Ms. Czarina.
Good morning.
Thank you for waking up early and taking time to be with us.
It's my pleasure and honor.
Yeah, I want to know, what is the status of our country when it comes to yung food and nutrition sa mga evacuation centers po natin?
Okay, yung evacuation center, yung settings doon is far from ideal. But it's the safest place to stay during disaster.
Okay.
So during disaster, the government is actually putting some safe areas for breastfeeding moms and then segregating the infants so that they will not be succumb to infection.
Oo, para walang hawaan na mangyayari doon.
Kasi crowded yon eh.
Yes. Ano po yung ideal na setting dapat for an evacuation center?
Actually, ideal sana kung families would stay together. But sometimes it's not possible because it's crowded. Wala nang mapupuntahan yung ibang mga tao. So we have to make do of what we have. But right now, the government is preparing for a place where breastfeeding moms would stay so that they will continue to breastfeed children, breastfeed infants. You know, breastfeeding is one of the, it can give food security to infants. And there's nothing that we have to prepare. The mother and the baby will just be together.
Yes.
All they need is they would be together. The breastfeeding would answer for the fluid and the nutritional requirement of children, especially for age 0 to 6 months.
Yeah.
Yes.
And antibodies also, diba?
Yes, yes. But let us continue breastfeeding until there's milk.
Until there's milk, tama.
Yes.
At saka we don't have to worry about diseases like diarrhea and dehydration, diba? Kasi yun po yung nagiging problema, no, sa evacuation centers, especially for children, is unclean water. Can you tell me more about that?
Yes, because you know, in the evacuation center, there's no sometimes there's no clean water to wash the hands. You know, our hands is actually
the dirtiest.
And it can transfer contamination rapidly. So there's no clean water, and sometimes potable water is also hard to find. So diarrhea sets in. When there's diarrhea, acute malnutrition can set in, and micronutrient deficiency is likely to set in also.
Also, another problem for that is, you know, when, di ba may issue po na malaki formula feeding versus breastfeeding pagdating sa mga disaster situations. They say, bakit hindi mag-donate ng formula? Mas mabilis na mapapakain yung mga bata. But again, the issue here is cleanliness and hygiene, di ba? So,
yes, you know, yung mga nagdo-donate ng formula milk, they mean well.
Yes.
But during disaster, we don't have potable water.
For sterilizing also.
We don't have, water for sterilizing. And sometimes there's no fuel. So, pag breastfeeding, wala kang
equalizer po yun, ano? Whether you're rich, you're poor, or what, the breast milk is all the same.
Yes, yes.
Okay, we can talk more about breastfeeding, but you know, I also want to look at the other, ano po yung mga posibleng nutritional problems pagdating sa mga disaster situations? Okay. Diba, you mentioned it was dehydration and diarrhea. Ano pa pong mga iba?
Yung acute malnutrition will set in because pag nagkaroon ng diarrhea, hindi na na-absorb yung mga nutrients.
Okay.
So magkaroon ng acute malnutrition. And also, yung isa pa, yung micronutrient deficiency.
What is that? Tell me more about that.
You know, the Philippines, we have deficiency, iron deficiency, anemia. These are the problems that we have, iron deficiency and iodine deficiency. But the latest nutritional result, the latest survey shows that we are actually, the incidence is actually going down, especially for anemia and then for iodine. We are actually going
So it's improving the state.
Yes. So during disaster, I hope we will be able to maintain the improvement.
Aside po from just basically providing food, you also look into the emotional well-being and state of these, you know, disaster, say victims or proponents. How do you do that?
Well, for disaster victims, they need somebody to talk to. So just talk. They just have to tell their stories because they are actually unloading their fears
to process their emotions
and then their burdens. So they need somebody to talk to. Just a listening ear. They need that. And for food naman, they need a lot of water to prevent dehydration.
This is usually understated, no?
Yes.
Na iniisip nila instant noodles ang kailangan at gatas, but really it's water.
Yes, it's water. It's water. And also, milk is and high-calorie food and high-dense, nutrient-dense food. We can give crackers, jams and jellies, and peanut butter. But for the next 24 hours, when the power is restored, and the water is also restored, let's cook rice. Because rice is comfort food for all Filipinos. We are never satisfied if we don't eat rice.
That's right.
FNRI has developed iron-fortified rice.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So, yung rice natin na kinakain, fortified siya with iron.
Okay, yun po yung pinoprovide ninyo sa mga disaster victims.
We developed the technology.
You developed it, okay.
And then we are passing it on to entrepreneurs so that the entrepreneurs would produce this.
Okay.
So we have iron-fortified rice to increase the iron of the iron availability
in the rice.
In the rice also. And also we have improve on the shelf life of brown rice. Right. The brown rice is high in fiber, high in vitamins and minerals.
It's a complex carbohydrate, which is better for your body.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, we have developed complementary feeding for children. This is made from rice, mongo, and sesame. Rice will give us energy. Mongo is for bodybuilding. And sesame seed is for added nutrients.
That is amazing. Yes. It's amazing to hear the science and the work that has gone into this. Kasi hindi siya yung tipong kung ano lang yung meron, yun yung ibigay. It's good that you have tailor-fitted this to suit the needs of those who will be receiving them.
Yes.
Yes. Ano pong message ninyo sa mga viewers natin when it comes to disaster preparedness?
Okay. Because I'm from DOST, I think I will be promoting DOST Pag-asa. Kindly watch the day-to-day update of the DOST announcements. And also...
Saan po nila mahanap yun? Sa website?
Website ng DOST. And also, your news channel
will yes, of course. Well, thank you.
Presenting the DOST advisory, DOST Pag-asa advisory. And also, we are looking for adapters of the technology that we have developed.
Okay.
So you can contact our director. He is Mario V. Capansana, FNRI director. We are in DOST compound, Bicutan, Taguig. And also visit our website, that is fnri.dost.gov.ph.
Okay, well that was very plain and simple, but also very important and helpful. Thank you so much, Ms. Czarina, for your time to be with us this morning. And more power to your efforts.
Thank you too for believing in FNRI and for inviting us here.
Of course, you're welcome. The doors are open for you guys anytime.
Thank you so much.
And that was Ms. Czarina Martinez, a science research specialist from the DOST's Food and Nutrition Research Institute.